Hello and welcome to day 16 of the Category Mistake Living with Anxiety. If you've noticed my YouTube page, I kind of have the pictures change every day. I'm kind of trying out different titles, different ways of doing things. I'm still the same person. I'm still the same day by day by day. I'm just trying to figure out making ways of making it look snazzier. Not really just for y'all, more for me to show that I still have a working brain. Um, Yeah, that's always a good thing to have. I promise you that. Working brain is always positive. So I've been struggling in the last 24 hours. Like I had a really good went to the doctor's yesterday, changing meds, da da da. Okay. Um, but I had a really good 24 hours. So I woke up this morning thinking we got this. Then today, kind of like exploded a little bit. Now, why did it explode? It exploded because I stupidly or humanly, I fell down rabbit holes of news and things that are going on in the world, and I let it bother me a lot. I let it bother me um, in ways that it shouldn't. Okay, so you read the news, you watch the news, and all of it's one side or the other. There's never just positive. Greta Thunberg is deported from Israel. Okay, great. I don't care. Um, this guy that was a really bad person was deported wrongly, and now he has to come back to America so he can face trial, so he can probably be deported again. Um, don't care. Bad people. I don't care if they're American or not. They are just bad. I mean, it's if you have a history of being a bad person. I mean, I'm not a great person. Um, I guess just there's certain rules and we don't follow them as much as I would hope for. Human decency rules. Um, there's people out there saying, well, these people aren't getting the support they need. These people are. It's not fair. We should not do this. We should not do this. We should give. I don't know. It's a lot of stupid. And I started running down it. Trump is going to bulldoze the front lawn of the Rose Garden to put up flagpoles. Just silly things that we shouldn't care about. Hamilton reunited, the cast did for the Tonys, but one of them wasn't prominently featured, and what is up to that? All this small crap that um, doesn't feed my family. It doesn't help out a child in need. It doesn't fix our economic system. It doesn't fix the world's hunger problem. It doesn't fix global warming slash cooling slash whatever it is this week. It doesn't fix war or famine. Greta Thunberg putting herself in front of a cell phone to show the world how unfairly she's being treated on her private boat, um, trying to save people that she's never met, um, from people she's never met and she doesn't understand because she's Greta Thunberg. Um, I don't care. I probably know more about the Palestinian Israeli crisis than she does. And you know what I'm not doing? Taking my private boat to interfere because I'm not that dumb. What's a riot? What's looting? What is really a riot? What's really looting? What's peaceful protest compared to not peaceful? What power does a president? I don't care. Okay, it's funny that I was watching again the news and I'm hearing all this stuff about how we share, men and women share 99.9% of our DNA. We share we're very similar. And then someone said, well, that's really far apart. That 1.1% could be a lot. And the other person's like, no, it's not. It means that we're equal. Um, and then the other person's like, well, men are usually stronger, men are usually taller. Women have this, women can have babies, men can't have babies. Women's bodies change when they get older, when they mature compared to men who don't. Women mature normally faster than men. There's positives and negatives for both sides. And the other person said, well, no, we're that close. We're really close. And then the guy brought out, well, we're 99% connected to chimpanzees, and there's a large difference. I think to myself, This is a news program. They're having this debate. What is wrong with the news? Because again, I don't care. Here's the thing. My wife and I, very different. Okay. She's not going to say, oh, I'm similar to him. One, she doesn't want to be. And two, she's better than that. Um, if if there's things that I can do that she can't, it could be I'm taller, could be I'm stronger, could be she doesn't want to do it. It could be I have her do things that I can't do. And it doesn't make her weaker. It doesn't make me weaker. It makes us different. And together we make an equal partnership. But we've seemed to have lost that. And I don't know why. It used to be, you know, a man and a woman or a relationship was about equal parts coming to form a better equal. So you put 100% of yourself into the marriage. She puts 100% of herself in the marriage. And any weakness you have, most likely she has, and the other way around. And you work together, and it's great. I'm really bad at organization. I can start projects all day, but never finish them. My wife helps me finish them. Why? Because I don't finish them. I have like 6 unfinished video games. I have a Lego thing that I built that I'm going to put the last 4 pieces on. I haven't done it yet. I have a deck that's got a board sticking out that I just have to cut. Haven't done it yet. Now, the outside work I can see because it rains every time I try to do outside work, but I'm getting it done slowly. Lego's no excuse. Video games, no excuse other than I feel bad for playing video games. Even my wife tells me not to feel bad. Lots of things I haven't finished. But she makes it better because she either helps me finish it or reminds me to finish it or encourages me loudly to finish it. But that's the thing that bothers me. It's I know a lot of people who are in relationships, and I think sometimes they forget that relationships are not 50% me, 50% you, and we make 100%. No, it's 100, 100, 100. Okay? And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but, my wife and I share bank accounts. We share our money. We share pretty much everything. Now, her car is her car, my car is my car, and that's just because we've never done it. So she wanted to do it. I said, okay, no problem. Have your own car with your own name, don't care. The insurance is still under me and her, just like the house. The house is under me and her. I'm first just because it's a VA home loan and I'm the veteran. That's the only reason I'm first. It's not I'm better than her. It's I qualified for a better loan with my name on top than second. If she decides to go back and get her doctorate, she'll be Dr. Mariello. And then it'll be Dr. and Mrs. Mariello. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Doesn't make me angry. But I watch people and I talk to people and I try to figure out people. And these people get so angry that they are expected to give 100% of themselves in their marriage or in their relationship. How dare someone ask me to give everything? How dare someone ask me to give it all up, to become one? But see, you're not giving it up. And that's the thing that drives me bananas. If you're doing marriage right, if you're doing relationships right, giving up 100% of yourself doesn't hurt. It doesn't make you less than. It makes you better. It makes you stronger. It makes you a person, a spouse, a loved one, whatever you want to call yourself. It makes you integrated into each other. My wife depends on me, I depend on her. My wife knows exactly, most of the time, what I'm thinking and how I'm doing something. And I really would love to know that kids I've worked with, kids that have been part of my life, kids that are my kids, people who just know us, look at us and go, okay, marriage hasn't always been perfect. They fight, they argue, they disagree, they squabble. But they are 100% into each other. And I think that's the big one. Are you 100% into the other person? Are you willing to lay down your life for the other person? Um, no, I am. I am 100%. My wife called me up and said, "Hey, honey, something bad's happening. I need you." I would not stop till I got to her. I don't care if it's fire department, police, the army, a militia, Al Qaeda. Don't care. I'm getting to my wife and I'm taking care of her. And people are like, well, let the trained professionals know. When it comes to my wife, I am the trained professional. See, when I got hurt in October, they brought me to the hospital and they wanted to do all this stuff to me. Um, and my wife literally said, no. And like, well, no, 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 this was what's happening. Well, she's like, he's my husband. I know what he needs. I know who he is, and I know what he is. And what you're describing is not what's going on. So you need to stop and listen to me. And I guess they asked me what I wanted, and I said, listen to my wife. I'm half dead, and what I'm saying is listen to my wife. Why? Because even in a half knocked out state, I know she is 100% for me. I'm the same for her. I would never let anyone do something to her if I could stop them, um, that is against who she is. Uh, Now, I've done that in the past, and sometimes she didn't want my help, and I thought she did. We've gotten better at that. I've also gone and helped her, and later on, we discussed it and realized that I should have let her be. Again, these are all learning things in a relationship. But the willingness to do it, the willingness to sacrifice everything for the other person, we've lost that. I watch people in the mall, I watch people in the news, I watch people on TikTok, I watch people on YouTube, I watch people in People World, I watch people at church, um, I watch people in the community, and unfortunately, I see more of well, I'm going to do this with my money, or I'm going to do this. You're going to have to figure something else out because I need to do this. Now, I've said many things to my wife like that. I need to do this. You know what she said? Okay, what can I do to support you? When my wife said, hey, I want to go back and get a master's degree, I didn't say, well, that's really going to deter from our stuff. I said, what can I do to support you? I don't understand it. She does. I didn't, I thought that was a lot of extra work for her. It was, but she wanted it. And it wasn't like, hey, I'm bored, let's get a master's. It's, hey, this will benefit me in the long run. And I said, okay, go for it. What can I do to support you? Now, was I as supportive as I could be? Probably not. Did I try my darndest? Absolutely. When she took her big test, was I there helping her study? Did I learn more about Carl Jung and Freud and, Venn diagrams of mental issues? Yes. Did I learn more about things that I shouldn't know about because of it? Probably. But was I there to support her? Yes. Did I study with her? Yes. Did I hate test day because it made her a horrible person physically, mentally, and spiritually? Yes. She's not a horrible person, but taking tests for her makes her stomach upset, makes her head upset, makes everything upset. And the best thing to do is, let me get you a coffee. Let me get you this. What can I do for you? Get her flowers. And that's note to spouses or significant others. Your other person have one of those days. A coffee, some coffee, some flowers, maybe a treat that they like. It doesn't have to be chocolate. It doesn't have to be roses. It's just, hey, thinking of you. I'm not a big, hey, give me a coffee or flowers. Um, I'm more of a, hey, do you want to sit on the chair and do nothing for an hour? Yes. Um, and that might change when they change my medication now that they've figured out what's wrong with me. And that's a whole nother thing. I don't know if their diagnosis is right, but I also know that if I don't start letting them try, then I'm just one of those people say, guys, you should really talk to your psychiatrist or psychologist or therapist. Hey, guys, you should really do this. Hey, guys, you should do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. When I used to tell my kids and my students and even my grandkids now, um, hey, you need to really focus. Hey, this is important. Hey, you need to learn this. Hey, you need to do this. I've already done it. I was teaching the Gettysburg Address. I made sure I could say it just as fast, if not faster than Lincoln, and just as good. Maybe not with the smallpox, but everything else. When I was teaching all the sites on the map, I know I studied probably more than the kids did. Even though I knew it, I studied it because I didn't want to be one of the teachers to say, well, learn all this, but I don't know it. I knew the information I taught better than anyone else because I never wanted a student or one of my kids or even my grandkids to come up to me and say, well, no, really, this is the answer. No, not happening on my watch. When I taught the president, same thing. When I've taught my kids, the whole reason I joined the Army again is because I always told my kids, hey, don't, finish what you start, don't quit, don't give up. And I got out of the Army for a good reason, but I didn't finish my contract. So my kids called me out on it. And that's the last time I've been called out on something like that. Because that landed me in a war zone. So thanks, Josie. Okay? Thanks. But that's not the point. The point is, we as a group of people in this country have stopped being we. We've gone back to I. Abe Lincoln, when he was fighting, the president during the Civil War, he didn't fight. He was just commander-in-chief. What he was worried about, one of his big things in a lot of his writings was he wanted the country to become unified again, the United States of America. He wanted us to call ourselves Americans, not Virginians who lived in America, not North Carolinians that lived in America. He wanted people to say, we are Americans. We've lost a lot of that. I think we've lost a lot of that because not just patriotism is dead. It's patriotism has become a bad word due to some people who use it who then do bad things in the name of patriotism. Okay? Alexander Hamilton was not born an American. He was an immigrant. Okay? If you watch the musical, you know that. If you don't watch the musical, it's still true. He wrote a lot of the documents. He wrote a lot of the sayings that extreme right-wingists are using about immigration. He wrote the documents, an immigrant wrote the documents about immigration or documents about the ideas of immigration, and then we're using those documents against immigration. He also wrote a lot of things about our government and how we the people should care more about we the people. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, he was an abolitionist. He was against slavery. He was against this. It wasn't really about slavery for him. It was about money. It was about wealth, power, balance. Just like Lincoln wasn't, oh, I'm anti-slave. He's more like, this slavery's dying out in the world. It's becoming something we don't need to have. It's becoming something that is more harm than good. And I think we're losing that, and maybe it's just me. Again, a lot of times, I say we or them or all of us. It's what I see. It's my perspective. Here's what I see. I see marriages falling apart, relationships falling apart because the we goes away. It's the I and I. I see a lot of families separating, disappearing, because mom and dad focus so much on I, they forgot about the we. And the children, the family, the kids, the grandkids, the relationships, the aunts, the uncles, the in-laws, they pay a price because of the I. My wife and I, we, have always tried to instill in our kids that you fight for your marriage. Now, Two of my kids have had marriages that are absolute train wrecks. And one of them, 100% not her fault. Other one, like 97.8% probably not her fault. And that 2.2%, I might be wrong on. But both of them fought for their marriages. Both of them fought for their kids. And they gave effort. I am 100% behind them. I mailed out some stuff for one of my kids today about that. At the end of their marriage and their kids. I said, I will pay for it and I will mail it out. Why? Because she gave effort. She tried, she pushed, and it failed still. If you just give up, what the hell's the point? I have seen marriages, though, fall apart. I've seen relationships and families fall apart. I know kids who don't talk to their parents because their parents stop focusing on we as a family and instead they focus on I. For the longest time, that's what I thought my dad did. I realized later that that's not what he did because my mother turned into an I and stopped caring about we as a family. My siblings and I could have had a much better relationship with our father, but because my mother had custody, we didn't have the internet, cell phones. We had a party line, which means we shared our phone with other people. We didn't get the truth until basically after she died because my father didn't want to disparage us from our mother. He was more worried about we than my mother was. I know kids today who are young whose family have already gone away. Growing up, that was a weird concept. I had a stepfather. That was a weird concept in the 70s and 80s. Today, it's normal. My mom's boyfriend, my mom's girlfriend, my dad's boyfriend, my dad's girlfriend, my second or third stepdad, my Uncle Joe, who spends a lot of time with my mom. I pick up my grandson because my daughter has to work later than he gets out of school. I pick him up. He hangs out with me every day almost. And it's okay. It's because we as a society that I can see, we as a society are focused so much on I, we've lost the we. It used to say it takes a village to raise a child. Now it takes a YouTube channel or TikTok or Disney Plus or Nickelodeon or SpongeBob. I don't like that. So my grandson comes here. Well, he'll play Minecraft. He'll tell me about gems. He'll tell me about school. We built an Iron Man hand. We built some solar power cars. We built Legos. Do we watch shows? Yes. Do we watch TV? Absolutely. But we also do other things. If it's sunny out, we try to be outside. But that's a weird thing this spring, summer time. Because I'm still trying to focus on the we, even though I'm still trying to heal the I. Okay, you can focus on the I for yourself. If you need to heal something, if you need to work through something, work through it. Heal yourself. But while you're healing, you can still help others. You can still take care of others. You can still make an effort. Great, you're going to have a midlife crisis, go to Egypt. Don't forget about your kids back home. You're going to have a midlife crisis, you're going to buy a sports car. Don't forget about your kids in college. You're going to leave your spouse and find a new arm candy. Don't forget about the family you left behind. Don't think about your ex as a wallet. Don't think about your ex as a babysitter. Think about whoever is your ex as somebody that you actually, liked at one time. Liked enough to be with and to maybe even have children with or dogs or cats with. And focus on that. Focus on this person I cared about. We're not jiving. But at one time we did. And I can't just give up on that. I want to make our relationship, even if it's not joined, still okay. That's the whole point of this, is you can't just give up. And Giving up is what I see a lot of. And it really irritates me because I feel like to myself, am I being a sucker because I haven't given up? Am I being a sucker doing this every day and telling people, hey, I'm struggling with this, but I'm not going to give up? Should tomorrow's video just be, hey, welcome to day 16, I give up? No, no. Um, Captain America wears the sweatshirt a lot. I have stuff of his. Um, Big fan, always have been. And it's not his superpower. It's not his, oh, clean cut boy from New York thing. It's, he doesn't give up. Even when it sucks, even when the world's coming to an end, he gets up, he keeps going. He did that before his superpowers, he did it after his superpowers, he did that. And that's something I've always strived to do, is to not give up. Even when everybody, including myself, I've told myself not to give up. Or to give up. I have told myself it's not worth it. I've told myself I'm not worth it. But I'm here still. Because even though I say things like, hey, I'm not worth it in my head. Hey, no one cares if you're alive in my head. Hey, God doesn't love you. No one loves you. No one cares. I say it in my head, but then that other voice comes in and says, that's a lie. This person cares. Your dog is here. You have kids who care. You have ex-students who care. You have a wife who cares. You have a God who cares. And a lot of people have been burned by God. That's what they say. I've been burned by God. You haven't been burned by God. You've been burned by God's people. Okay? There are a lot of people out there who say, I'm a follower of Jesus, and then treat you like absolute garbage. Your parents could be, well, I'm a Bible-toting, Bible-believing, Bible-thumping person. But I hate you. Well, Jesus says to love everyone. No. You're reading the other version. You need to know that Jesus hates you. No, he doesn't. And if some person, I don't care if it's their Catholic mothers and fathers, or their priests, or their pastors, or the elders, or some person in a building that they say is a church, or a guy on TV saying he believes in Jesus, if he says anything with the word hate, or doesn't love, or doesn't respect, that's not God talking. Okay, that's a human talking, thinking that they're better, or that their words mean more than the red letters in the New Testament. Read just the red letters for a little bit. Read, Jesus' message was simple. Okay, and I've said this more than once. Love God, love one another. Okay, my job is not to go up to somebody and say, hey, I see your lifestyle. I don't understand your lifestyle. And because I don't understand your lifestyle, I hate your lifestyle. You don't do I don't do that. I have children, I have people I know, I have students, I have ex-students, I have friends, I have some friends. I have people who are close to me that live lifestyles I don't understand. I still love them. And that's all that is needed. Stop thinking about the I, start thinking about the we. And the we is what we, not as a country, need. We, not as a region, need. We is something the world needs. I need to care about others. I need to respect others. If I have someone I love in my heart and they hurt me, I don't go into a cocoon and say, I don't care anymore. No. Hey, you hurt me. What can we do to repair this? What can we do to reconcile this? That's it. Stop caring about the I, start caring about the we. Thank you all for listening, for subscribing, for commenting, for messaging, and all that jazz. This is a passion project. This is a work in progress. This is something that, helps, but also it also helps remind me of that humanity isn't lost, it's just broken. Um, you know, uh, you can repair something that's broken by the grace of God. Thank you, God. But if something is lost, if something's just not there, if something's disappeared, you can't fix something you can't find. We're broken, but we're not lost. Till tomorrow, thank you for watching.